With fall foliage at its peak in the Ozarks, I am excited about the beautiful landscape I will see today. Be sure to watch to the end to see the stunning Johnson Shut-ins, a nature-made water park where I've been going since my parents first brought me as a kid. If you haven't been, you are really missing out. I'm starting out early from the top of Taum Sauk Mountain and stopped by the plaque commemorating Taum Sauk Mountain as the highest point in Missouri. I then follow the Mina Sauk Falls trail until it connects with the Ozark trail. I'm so excited about this trip. It's been 17 years since I've hiked the Taum Sauk section. Just started out on the Taum Sauk trail, been about a half a mile. It's beautiful weather, I'm enjoying it, and I think I'm gonna have some beautiful views. That looks really cool. The sun's just hitting the top of the mountain and it looks like it's glowing. There's just a trickle of water flowing today. That means Mina Sauk Falls won't be flowing. Heading down the Devil's Tollgate. Feels like straight down almost. Pretty close to the bottom. The extra leaves on the ground over wet rocks makes for a slippery trip down. But I think I'm almost to the bottom. Rock hopping at its finest. These rocks look really cool. They're covered in lichens and it gives them a greenish hue. Walking through Devil's Tollgate gives me the chills. It is massive, 8 feet wide, 50 feet long, and 30 feet high. It's the most prominent feature of the Taum Sauk section of the Ozark Trail. It's made of volcanic rhyolite. It's so cool to be able to touch something that at one time was molten magma inside of a volcano. Here's a typical campsite. This one is about a mile. Devil's Tollgate. Got a fire pit and also a nice flat spot over there to sleep on. A cool tree. Looks like a nice place to sit. Beautiful colors for the fall, and I think I'm going on top of that mountain next. Climbing Proffit Mountain, the change of pace feels good after descending Taum Sauk. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to my channel to get notifications of future hiking and backpacking videos. I also love recommendations for other trails. If you have a favorite one, will you share it with me in the comments? I finally broke out of the forest to this interesting glade. The neighboring mountain looks beautiful. I'm about 7 miles in, and I'm going to take a break when I get back into the shade. This is actually my second time doing the Taum Sauk Trail. I did it with my kids back when they were 10 and 8, and we had a great time. It was their first long trip backpacking, but we took 13 hours, believe it or not, to complete the whole thing. I hope to be done in about 6 or 7 this time. Anyway, it's been a great trail. I think the people who built this did a really good job on the slopes, making sure there's good switchbacks, and I don't feel like any of the inclines are too steep. Look at this beautiful display of autumn. And there's the Ameren Reservoir on the left. Back in 2005, the same year that I hiked the Taum Sauk Trail, the wall of this reservoir collapsed. It was disastrous and left a mile scar down the side of the mountain, flooding the valley with over 1 billion gallons of water. It spilled out in just 12 minutes. The wall of water was over 20 feet high. You can still see the scar today. Man, isn't Proffit Mountain beautiful, painted in rich shades of orange and yellow? That's where I'm headed, to the ridgeline of that mountain before descending down into Johnson Shut-In State Park. It's been a great trip. I'm about 2.5 miles from the end, and it's just been a beautiful day. The fall colors are out, and it's one of my favorite trips I've done recently. So I've gone 10 miles now, and I still haven't seen one person on the trail. Pretty amazing, but it's beautiful. It's a perfect day for this, and so happy I made the decision to come back and do Taum Sauk again. I'm not sure if this shows on the video, but the sun shining through the colorful leaves is at a perfect angle. It makes the forest glow orange and yellow. I'm not sure if this will show, but it's very yellow right here. The Scour Trail runs parallel just to the left here. I'm saving the Scour Trail for my next trip down here when I hike from Johnson Shut-Ins to Trace Creek. I'll complete the whole Taum Sauk and Trace Creek sections on that hike, and I've already completed Cotaway. After completing the trail, I'm going to go to Johnson Shut-Ins. It's a must if you come here. Be sure to keep watching, you won't want to miss this stunning park. I'm exiting the Ozark Trail through the Scour Trail trailhead. It was a perfect day today. I'm glad I re-hiked the Taum Sauk section. The beauty was second to none. As promised, here are a few shots from Johnson Shut-Ins. Certainly a highlight you don't want to miss if you hike this section. I want to jump in, but it's a little chilly today. See the boulders lining the grassy area? These were placed back in the exact spots where they landed when the reservoir collapsed. What a great commemoration. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe to get notified of future hikes in Missouri and all across the United States.